Hey, we're back with Rimo3, our alliance partner. I'm here with Josh Travers. He's VP of Customer Solutions. That's a new title for you. That's why I stumbled a little bit. But congratulations on that. You want to tell the folks a little bit about what Rimo3 does?
Yeah, absolutely. So Rimo3 is a software platform native to Microsoft Azure, and ultimately it provides automation at scale and simplifies Windows application lifecycle management.
So you have several formats that you do support, and you can rattle those off if you wish. Yeah, FlexApp's in there, but if you want to rattle off all of them, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the common use cases for Rimo3 is application modernization. And in that context, Rimo3 supports native Intune Win formats, Microsoft MSIX, Omnis app volumes, and of course, FlexApp and FlexApp One from Liquidware.
That's great. So this is a big compliment to what we do in the area of functionality, because what we're seeing is more and more enterprises adopt AVD. And when I say enterprises, large organizations are coming into AVD and also Windows 365. And along with that come a great number of applications, and we're starting to see those come into the ecosystem. And one of the things that we help with there is to provide the FlexApp application, the dynamic application capabilities to be able to attach those applications in there. But oftentimes customers are looking for, where do we start, right? And we can, with our Stratusphere solution, we can run an assessment report that says these applications are installed, but we can then say which ones have been used in a period of time, 2 weeks or a month. And so it gives you a great starting point, but then you're still left oftentimes with hundreds or thousands of apps. That's where you can help customers, right? And what's that process look like in the integration that you've done with FlexApp?
Yeah, great question. So, the overall outcome is, again, as mentioned, automation at scale. So ultimately, the starting place for Rimo3 is just understanding what applications are in scope. And generally, it's two categories of applications. It's the hundreds, if not thousands, that are existing, currently under management. But then there's also the net new or updates from the applications that you don't already know about. So step one is really understanding where those are and importing those into the Rimo3 software platform. From there, what Rimo3 offers to FlexApp customers is zero-touch automation, and really two fundamental pillars. And the first one is, in order to take that traditional or legacy Windows installer package and transform that into a modern format like FlexApp or FlexApp One, and then of course be able to take advantage of all of the bells and whistles that your superior packaging technology has. Now, what Rimo3 will also do is also validate those applications post-packaging process to ensure that not only can you get it into that modern FlexApp format, but that FlexApp format will then deploy and function as you would expect it to from its native version.
Very robust solution. I've seen some of it. You have a screen here. You want to describe a few of the actions?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, on the theme of automation at scale, we can invoke, and of course we'll do this manually, but this can be preset. You can invoke the automated packaging wizard, if you will, and then select, if not hundreds, if not thousands of applications in scope, click the easy button to submit, and ultimately the Rimo3 automation technology will go back and intelligently package each and every one of those applications, and ultimately delivering a result in a fraction of the time you can comparatively do this is manual effort, or write scripts and maintain those scripts over time. However, from there, once the packaging does complete, as I had mentioned, it provides that data result and intelligently tests that package, whether that's a persistent, non-persistent VDI environment, a physical Windows 11 environment, ultimately any Windows environment that you would like to point it to.
So some of the other things that you can do, though, is if a customer hasn't yet made their decision, is MSIX good enough? You allow the prospects out there that are kicking the tires of these attached application technologies a little sample of each, and you guys have done more than probably any other vendor in the testing validation to go end to end with FlexApp as far as with us, and so we appreciate that. You want to describe that, how maybe they could start with MSIX, and we like to say that our compatibility rating is so much higher than MSIX, but you guys give data where you can see it for an individual organization. Is MSIX right or not for your apps? And then you give them a chance to look at something like FlexApp, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you bring that up because the number one question I do get is, well, what is the success percentage of package format A, package format B? And unfortunately, the answer is it's absolutely impossible to benchmark that. The only way to determine, because apps are so unique in their own regard, customized, the only way to determine is to physically go and attempt to package in each one of those formats. So to your point, Rimo3 can automate that entire process. And in all of our modernization and packaging, we really approach it in two phases. And that first phase is all about assessment. So before you invest an ounce of manual human effort, we can automate that entire process and provide assessment data and then use that data to make an educated decision on what format is best for you. So ultimately, Rimo3 is not biased, but it does produce that accurate data at the end of the automation.
We absolutely love that because we can say that we're great all day long, but if the data gets proved out with Rimo3, then you have a decision point going forward. MSIX might be right for a lot of apps, but you might choose something like FlexApp from us if it proves out here, and you give them the decision support to do that. So we thank you for your alliance, and we appreciate your partnership.
Thank you, Jason.